Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you so much. And welcome again and Happy New Year, everybody. We got a crowd out there, which is always good to see, and everybody's present and accounted for up here. Best part of my job is getting to honor local community members and residents and citizens of Garden Ridge, but especially as the mayor of Wolves Nation. Best part of my job sometimes is honoring our students from Davenport High School and student athletes and band members. So what I'd like to do is get, we have 3 recognitions to make tonight, and we're going to do it in alphabetical order. So Jeff Keys, if you want to come up and bring any members of the band and the band family, parents, on up. I'm going to do a little bit of bragging to start out with, and then the floor is yours. So, no, please, all around here. So, the band is in its 3rd year of existence, 4th season, correct? Since we started in 2020. And last year, they went to the state 4A championships, and they took 7th place, correct, last year. And now this year in their 4th season, on the 1st of November of 2023, they crushed it and took 6th place in the state 4A championship competition, right? And you guys were literally at the Alamo Dome all day. And then you had to come home and go to school the next day, right? The very next day. So, and in my observation as a Little League coach and as a parent of varsity athletes and whatnot, band is always out there practicing. So football's out there in early August, so is band. And then football's out there in the morning and the evening, and so is band. And they're shutting it down when the lights go out and the sun goes down. And they're doing not only all the sports competitions, specifically going to the varsity football games, but I remember in October, you guys had luckily it was a home game here, but then the next morning, starting at about 7 o'clock in the morning, you hosted a band tournament from competitors all around the region. So, and you probably got home at about 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, I'd imagine, maybe, if that, right? And then right back at it Sunday afternoon, making plans and just making it happen. So some of the hardest working people on the planet are members, coaches, directors, and parents of the band. So without further ado, Jeffrey Keys, director of the Davenport Wolves Band.
Well, I'm going to turn over to one of my students. This is Kumar Karad, one of our drum majors.
You got to come talk in the mic, Kumar.
You can't be quick with a speech, right?
Good evening. My name is Kumar Karod. I had the privilege of serving as one of the drum majors in the band this year. I just want to say thank you to everyone in the community for your support and encouragement. We couldn't do what we do without you, so we really appreciate it. We love the energy on Friday nights, of course, and I know every single time for me at parades and things when we saw the big crowd supporting us, always put a smile on my face, so I really appreciate it. And we look forward to the opportunity to continue to represent this community well in the coming years. So, thank you.
All right, Kumar is also my go-to man for volunteers from National Honor Society to come out and pick up on Saturday mornings with the families of Garden Ridge Adopt a Highway program. The 20th of January, by the way. You haven't got the email yet. But what I want to make sure we do is honor all of the students behind us. So, Kumar, you introduced yourself, and we're just going to go down the row. You got to come up here, talk to the mic, say your name, your year, and what you play.
Hi, my name is Eli Bliss. I'm a junior, and I'm also one of the drum majors.
Awesome.
Hi, Hi, my name is Josie Steele, and I was a part-time drum major, and then also I marched playing the Barry sax.
Hi, my name is Caroline Sherwood. I'm a senior and I'm the band president.
I'm Credence Gardner. I'm a junior, and I am one of the Color Guard SLT.
My name's Hannah. I play the flute, and I'm a drum major. I'm a senior.
My name's Morgan. I'm a junior, and I'm guard captain.
My name's Reba. I'm a junior, and I'm one of the guard leaders.
My name's Kylie. My name's Kylie. I'm a senior, and I'm one of the guard leaders.
Sir?
I'm Joel Hernandez. I am the vice president of the Band Boosters. We're the guy that takes care of Mr. Keys and the rest of the band, and they know that we really appreciate everything they do, because I know they appreciate everything that we do, and the community supports them. We couldn't do it better. We couldn't do anything better for Mr. Keys than what they've done. Thank you.
Bulls band. Coach Z, football? You got at least one? Got a couple that practice. That's right. That's right. Okay, a man that needs no introduction. I met Coach Zimmer Hansel February of 2020 at Danville Middle School when you had the first Wolves athletics/football meeting, and we were all there excited, and that's where you came up. Told us about BTP, I got your back, build the pack, I got your back, and you need no introduction. So he's been the coach now for this, just finishing off his 4th season. In Texas UIL competition for football, varsity football, you have to compete for 2 years, Texas football, before you can actually compete to go to the playoffs. So one of the things that Coach Z did that first year, Judge was a sophomore, Tristan, you were a freshman, and you lined up a bunch of varsity games against whoever we had from Davenport High School. And what did we finish that season? Yeah. 9-1. 9-1 the first season. And then the second season, we still had one more year to go before we could compete in the playoffs. What was our record? 7-3. So, and played more varsity teams. And then last year, for my son, Judge Erickson, his senior year, that was our first year to go to the playoffs, and we went to the playoffs and finished 10-2 overall for the season. Had a tough game against Cal Allen down in Victoria for that final game in the playoffs, the second week of the playoffs, and that was amazing. And then, Coach, I'll turn it to you for this last season, please. Just amazing.
So yeah, this last year we were state semifinalists. There's 220 teams in the state. We finished in the Final Four. What was our final record? 11-4, and had an amazing game in the regional championship in the Alamo Dome. Had the entire community out. It was a great event, where we beat Port Lavaca Calhoun and then fell short to Tyler Chapel Hill at Baylor. But making a long run like that is great for our kids, our school, but it's also great for the community. It brings everybody together. It puts Garden Ridge on the map. People are talking about, where's Davenport? Well, the closest place Davenport is right here in Garden Ridge, and they start saying, well, what's Garden Ridge? So, it's more than about just the kids and the school. It's about the entire community, and we talk about it as our football program and players all the time about not just playing for us. There's something more out there than just playing for us. It's playing for Garden Ridge Elementary and over there in Morningside and Danville and our new elementary, Cibolo Creek, and the entire community brings us all together, and we are honored to go and represent all the way to the state semifinals. I'm going to turn it over to one of our team captains. He was our quarterback this is his 4th year, Tristan Hamlin.
Number 10. Senior?
Yeah, I'm a senior at Davenport. I started playing as a freshman, and I played quarterback. And it's cool to see, like, as the year goes on and we win, more people start coming out and supporting, and the crowds get bigger. I know this year we had to add on more stands, so that was cool. And just the journey was super cool, just building one step at a time, getting better every year.
Where do you plan to go to school? You're a senior.
Still undecided.
Okay, undecided, that works. Are you gonna try to play?
Maybe.
Undecided, okay, that still works. We'll leave Tristan and Coach C up here, volleyball, please. And then at the end, we'll have everybody back up, including Matt Deloach, the principal, and get a big old picture. Okay, so we go in alphabetical order, but not season order here. So the band early November took 6th in state. We had our final game, I think, football-wise, on the 4th, or 3rd or 4th of November? 17th. Okay. Well, no, I mean, before we made it to the playoffs. And then for volleyball, here it is, their 4th season, the coach's 2nd season. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes, of coaching varsity women's volleyball. And it was November 18th that they're up in Dallas for the state championship. And I know it's November 18th because my wife Megan and I were driving to College Station to go be with our daughter Maggie at Texas A&M because she had her ring dunk ceremony that night. And so we couldn't stay home and watch it online streaming, but all of Wolves Nation, whether you were a big volleyball fan or a parent or just participating, just interested in Wolves Nation, we were all on our phones driving, talking to people, getting updates on the score. And we were passing Bastrop when you guys were down 2-0, right, in the state championship. And my wife Megan and I passing through Bastrop, we're like, we're going to stop at Buc-ee's. We said, nope, we're going to continue to watch the phones. And we were actually texting back and forth with Lisa to get the latest updates. And then all of a sudden you started making the comeback, right? And then they won at the 3rd set. Then they come back and they win the 4th set. And I think you were down a little bit in the 5th set. And Megan and I are like, oh God, I'm slowing down, passing through Caldwell, which is important because you don't want to speed in this small town, right, Chief? But I'm trying to make the drive last. And then all of a sudden we get the text from Lisa Swint saying, oh my God, Rob, they won. So just an amazing feat to be state champions, the 4th season of Davenport High School athletics, and the 2nd season for our coach Toso, and just an amazing feat to be state champions. So ladies, please introduce yourself and tell us what year you are.
Hi, I'm Talon Dodson. I'm 2024, and I'm an outside hitter.
And what, okay, outside hitter. Thanks. Great.
Hi, I'm Alexis Dahl. I'm class of 2026, and I'm a setter.
Hi, my name is McKaylee Matson. I'm class of 2025, and I'm an outside hitter.
It's fantastic. Principal Deloach. Come on up here. No, you're here. Thanks. And the band, Mr. Keys, we get everybody back up here. I want a big group photo. So none of this happens without leadership from the top, putting together a team that can achieve what Davenport High School has achieved in 3.5 years, really 4 years of working it. So we know, my wife and I and my son Judge know Principal Matt Deloach from when you were the principal at Canyon Middle School way back when, right? And then we were really excited to hear that you've been appointed by Comal ISD to be the new principal for the new high school. And they said, here you go, here's a small budget. And the school's not built yet, but we think it's going to be ready to go by August of 2020, and let us know how you're doing. And he goes out there and he puts together an incredible team, students from all over the place, not just Garden Ridge and the local community, but everywhere, came out of the woodwork to be part of Wolves Nation and Davenport High School. One of the first things you did was hire J.D. Zimmer-Hansel to be your athletic director and head football coach. And then we've already talked about the rest. And Jeffrey Keys to come in and put together the best band in South Central Texas, I think in all of Texas. So if we can get a nice group photo and a huge round of applause for Wolves Nation. No, I'll be on the side. Actually, Matt Deloach, you need to be in the middle. I'll be next to Kamar. He's going to help me pick up trash on the 20. Here. All right, another big round of applause. Thanks, Wolves. Yeah, emails on its way. Thanks. Thanks, Coach. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Really? Well, that's all I got. Anybody? Well, we got a few more things here. All right. Thanks again, Wolves. That completes item number 3. On to item number 4, citizen comment period. Marissa, we didn't have anybody sign up, right? We will skip to number 5, the consent agenda. These items may be acted upon in a single motion. No separate discussion or action on these items will be held unless requested by a council member. Public comment on these items may be heard during citizens' participation. However, that does not mean the item will be considered outside the consent agenda. Council, does anybody have anything they want to pull from this month's consent agenda? Okay, if nobody has anything to pull, can I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve the consent agenda?
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Can I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion? Call it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. On to item number 6, staff reports. 6A, city manager, monthly activity report. Nancy, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Mayor. The first thing I want to report on is that the police department received a thank you note for Officer McKenzie responding to a call for 2 persons that were soliciting. I don't believe they had a license to solicit. Then on to employee recognitions or employee anniversary recognitions. We don't have a video this month for January, and I want to go back to the employee recognitions for December. We had 2 employees that were not on the video and were not recognized, and those 2 employees were, let me find my place on were Officer Sal, and I can't pronounce his last name. Everybody knows Officer Sal for 1 year service or employment with City of Garden Ridge, and the other one was Hector Lavano for 1 year of service with the City of Garden Ridge. And then on to January. The first employee is Jack Droughty. He has 3 years with the city. And then Domingo Valdez with the police department, he has 1 year. Okay. Volunteer hours for the month of December were 274. Of those, 139 were with the Parks Committee. The library had 126, and the bill stuffers had 9 hours. And then I want to remind everybody that we have a new dumpster schedule for 2024. Dumpsters will be available the 2nd and 3rd Saturday and Sunday of each month. Saturdays, the hours are from 8 to 5, and Sunday, noon to 4, and we still require proof of residency to use the dumpsters. We've advertised this in the grapevine. We've sent out a calendar. There's information on the website, and we do social media posting to advertise and remind the public when the dumpsters are available. And with that, Mayor, that's all I have to report.
Thank you, Nancy. Do we want to talk about staff at all? And some issues with, or not issues, but some staff changes or departures?
Yes. Tina Infante, her last day was December 4th. She took another job with a special utility district. And Courtney Billy, her last day was December 22nd. She has moved out of state. We have advertised for the Assistant City Secretary Communication Specialist position that job position is posted. We are going to be doing some reorganization in the utility area. And we right now are working on a new job description for that position that Tina was filling. And we will keep you apprised of any future changes in that area as we move forward with that process.
Thanks, Nancy. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but I
No,
wanted to
that's
make
all
sure
right.
that we got that out in a public forum and specifically in front of the council to let you know that we are, as far as the administration staff and the office, we're down two positions right now.
Yes.
So that's a lot of work that now requires people to pick up and do that work. So one of the things that myself, Nancy, Marissa, and Lisa talked about earlier in December was to help make sure we still get everything done without overworking our employees. We are going to not do a grapevine this month that will go out at the end of the billing cycle in January. So that's a lot of work, a lot of time. I didn't know how much time it was until we had a serious and frank conversation about it. So it's a tremendous amount of time that falls on the city secretary and the assistant city secretary to put that together every month. So here's what I want to do. We're going to try a month without the grapevine, and we want feedback from everybody in the audience out there listening online and from all of you on how that goes. So when I ask about the grapevine, most of the answers I get are, what is it? And I usually don't read it. So if that's not the case, if that is the case, we'll find out. Maybe that's not something that we need. Maybe that information is available online and through social media now that we have done such a great job in the last 2 years, 2.5 years with. But if it is something that we want to keep doing, then specifically myself, Nancy, and Marissa need that feedback. So let us know. But there won't be one done for this month to go out in February's billing cycle, January's billing cycle that arrives in February. Anything else to add on that, Nancy?
Not on that, but I did forget to mention something.
Please.
2 things. City offices are closed January 15th. And then the Comal County Tax Office is having some pop-up tax offices here in Garden Ridge City Hall. The next one, there was one today from 10 to 2. The next one will be January the 10th, January 17th, January 24th. All of them are from 10 to 2 here in the council room. Great time for people to come in and pay their tax payments or take care of any other business they need to take care of with our tax office.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Council, anything for Nancy? Okay, moving on to 6B, our Finance and HR Monthly Activity Report. I'm not looking out there. I'm looking to the side because Robin's helping us out up here. Robin, what do you got for us?
Good evening. I just have a quick report on our audit progress. We have received a draft of our report, and hopefully we'll be able to meet with the auditors this month and be able to present to council in February. So that's all I have to report.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, we were supposed to get that report in December, but Debbie was sick, right?
Yes, it got pushed
we
back.
have rescheduled. And council, anything for Ms. Robin? Okay, thank you very much. On to item number 6C, City Secretary Marissa, holding down the fort.
Thank you. Just one thing on my report that I wanted to highlight is the City of Garden Ridge election is coming up, and the filing period to file an application for a place on ballot begins Wednesday, January 17th, and ends Friday, February 16th. The candidate packets will be available that Tuesday before, so Tuesday, January 16th, in person at City Hall, or they'll be available online if you want to get all of your documents from the website. Other than that, that is all I have.
Thanks, Marissa. Council, anything for Marissa? All right, we'll move on to item number 6D, Police Department Monthly Activity Report. Chief, sir, the floor is yours. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Thank you. I'll do something a little different this time. You have my regular report in front of you. I want to emphasize a few things on my monthly report dealing with personnel updates and continuity of operations. So, first of all, I need to inform you that Sergeant Steve Dennis has officially turned in his paperwork to retire. It's well-deserved, but he will be missed. He's been a great steward to this community for quite some time, and he will be missed sincerely. Secondly, a couple months ago, I proposed an update to our ordinance for the police department. It was out of date, needed to be brought into compliance with the new home rule charter, so forth. You also approved another measure in there that I requested, and so at this time, he's not aware of this. I'm going to bring that change to light. You allowed me to change the structure and appoint an assistant chief. So for the last several years, I've been working with Dan very closely, our lieutenant. He has taken it upon himself to achieve his bachelor's degree. He has come huge strides in the 8 years I've been here. So at this time, I'd like to call Dan up here. And I'd like to make an official announcement that Dan will now be known as Assistant Chief Bellinger. Don't run off.
Don't run away, Chief. If you would.
Be happy to. Here's his badge. Don't know who to look at. You want Laura? Yes. Come on up here, Laura. You need
Talk
that.
about the boots.
Oh.
Allowed to have the mayor walk.
All right. Now, don't run off, because now I'm going to put him on the spot as the new assistant chief, and I'm going to let him do his first official act, which is going to be the retirement of Sergeant Dennis opened up that patrol slot, or sergeant slot. We advertised for that slot. We received one outside application that did not pan out. We had two officers within the department put in their letters of intent for that sergeant position. We put together a board consisting of lieutenants from other neighboring agencies to come in and assess the candidates. And as a result of that, Officer McKenzie has now been promoted to Sergeant McKenzie. Come on up. Dan gets to do the rest of the introduction for that.
What y'all don't know is Matt was our COVID hire. So there's a lot of change that's happened since he was hired here. Imagine how we were all operating under COVID, and we are trying to train a guy in a car right next to another guy with a mask on and go out there and teach you how to do this job that's all hands-on, and everybody's locked up in their home. So he made great strides over the last several years. He's become a leader amongst the troops. He's become a mentor for some of the younger guys. He did wonderfully in the interview process, and it was unanimous amongst all the lieutenants that he was our guy. So congratulations, Matt.
It's their moment.
Get one without the ugly guy on it.
Just that one? Just the sergeant? Chief, is it okay if I do a little mayor's prerogative here?
Yes, go for it, sir.
Police force, come on up. Officers, come on. I got you all here. We got you all here. Let's get a big group photo of everybody. So Keith, you can't take it.
That's your off-duty badge.
Who was patrolling this morning at 8:30, driving down 2252?
No one's going to admit to that without.
Oh, I flashed my lights.
Wang, what'd you do?
He didn't wave at me when I was right behind him. I waved.
The assistant chief knows all.
All right, Mayor, you're gonna have to move over.
Okay, let's all get in the photo.
Come on, squeeze it.
Do you wanna get in front of the podium, maybe?
It's on the short side.
Let's get in front of the podium.
We can do
Yeah,
that.
let's get in front.
It's gotta be different. All right, say cheese.
Cheese.
I knew you would. Figured nobody else would, but I just get one. All right, great.
Finest, America's finest. Assistant chief.
I'm good. Thank you. So the new year brings a lot of changes. Some sad, some great. I'm not going to bring Steve up here. He'll get mad at me. But if you get the opportunity to see him, congratulate him on a huge milestone in his career. I've been working with Steve for 20 years, so he will be greatly missed. So that is all of my personnel updates. If anybody has any questions on anything or any of the original report, please let me know.
Council, anything for our chief? Great job,
Good.
chief.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Eric, that is a tough act to follow. Public Works is up. Stephen is on leave. 6E, Public Works with Eric Public Facilities. You're on.
Hey. Good evening. Okay, so nothing really to add to the report, just to highlight a few things in regards to, in December, we actually got an inch of rain, which is great. We are currently working on repairing the roads where the Oak Trench was completed. We're about a third of the way into that. And to mark your calendars for the chiller plant installation is scheduled for January 22nd. I'm getting older, it's hard to read. That's it. The report is complete and certified, and anything? Something?
You wouldn't believe the number of comments I got as a resident of Garden Ridge, let alone the mayor, for our Christmas tree this year. So thanks for all the hard work you guys put into
Yes, sir.
getting it set up, and thanks in advance for what you're about to do to
Oh, yeah, we gotta take it down. That's scheduled for, yeah, we got that scheduled for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we're gonna be taking her down and storing her away.
Can't wait for next year. Great job. It's
gonna be great.
Fantastic. Council, anything for Eric? All right, on to Dwayne.
Thank you. First and foremost, we ended up with the end of the year at 22 acre-feet from the Edwards. We're still at stage 3. We look for that to change. Thanks to last night's rain, the city of Garden Ridge, out of all the areas, ended up with the most at 2.15 inches. So that's going to help greatly. Our distribution samples, all six passed. We had one special sample which passed. We had 31 residual tests which all passed. And as far as work orders, we had 337 locates, 56. Leak adjustments, just one waiting. Any questions?
All right, thanks, Dwayne. So we got, you said 2.14 inches?
1.5, sir.
1.5,
Yes,
excuse
sir.
me. It's pretty amazing.
The
So
most-
amazing, in fact, that I went outside and took a little video of it and sent it to my buddy Chris Suchan at Channel 4 News. And apparently it was on the 10 o'clock weather report last night. So, I know. It's all about the weather, Elise. Come on.
I think I know what you should be doing in your next
It will be my next life. You don't have to be right. Well, 50% chance of rain. Pretty easy, right? All right, council, anything for Eric? Jesse?
Oh, for Dwayne. Yeah, just acknowledge the great job the water company done to keep the Edwards pumping
It was quite
usage.
a-
You know,
yes.
23 acre feet left, I think is real good. Excellent job maintaining that all year long. So just please share my thanks to the team.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I saw on the Edwards was at 639.4 this morning?
It's
That's the
now at
10-day average?
639.8.
Is it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they may get to 40, 640, which, so we just have to wait and see if they change the water restrictions for us. So the advantage is it'll reduce how much water we lose,
Mhm.
acre feet we lose a month, a day, I mean. So we'll have to just wait and see. I think for now, we'll just stay where we are at as far as the city's concerned, and we can always look at it a few months later. These next few months are usually low water usage anyway. So
Yes.
we're good with
So
where we
we're,
are.
take
People
it
don't
easy
water-
now, we can
Yeah.
breathe.
Thank you for everything.
I might add also that last month we had a 12% water loss, and that was due to the leak on Whispering Oaks, which we repaired. Also for the TCEQ, we finished flushing all the hydrants for the year. Once at the very last, the month, it was crunch time, so that adds up for that.
All right, Jesse, thanks. Todd, Kay, anything for Dwayne? All right, thanks, Dwayne. Great job. On to item number 6F, Miss Linda, Library.
Good evening.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. I don't have a lot to add to the report, but I did put a little thank you note at the bottom left-hand side of that page. I want to thank the mayor, each council member, and city manager Nancy Kane for your support this past year. You may not have realized I was without an assistant for 5 months. It was kind of difficult at times, but your support and your understanding were greatly appreciated. So thank you, and that gave me a happy year. Along with my report, I gave you a list of special activities. Last week, Wendy and I sat down and looked at the whole year, and I'm not going to go over those, but I thought you might be interested in what they are. And then I have some photos from our Santa story time. Yeah. Eric is just the best Santa Claus, as you all know. The children respond to him so well. And we had Elf Wendy, she read a story. And you can see here, everyone wants their picture made with Santa. I love the one with the fireman, that's the best one. And then some volunteers were there, and they wanted their picture made also. We had 71 people at that event, so it was a success. Thank you, Santa Claus. And that's all I really have for this reporting period.
Thank you, Miss Linda. Council, anything for our librarian? How about a preemptive happy birthday later this week?
Oh, yeah, somebody's getting older this week. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Miss Linda.
Appreciate it.
Okay, that'll complete item number 6 for staff reports. We're on to item number 7, city engineer project status reports. Mr. Sam, Happy New Year, sir. Busy man. Good to see you. The floor is yours.
Good seeing you as well. I don't have much to add to the report. I just kind of want to highlight the tie-ins that we performed on Tonkawa Pass. So if you can go to the presentation. Thank you. Keep going. Right there. So we performed the tie-ins, the contractor performed the tie-ins at Tonkawa early December, I believe. I don't remember the date. But we had a bunch of help. They had another crew out there, so we made sure there were 2 crews out there so we can get this knocked out pretty quick. And we had help from Dwayne and Steven as well. So they, if I timed them compared to other contractors, they probably would have set a record. So this tie-in that I'm showing here, they probably completed in 30 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating, 30 minutes. Go to the next slide, please. This is the middle. This is where we tied into the existing line. This took a little longer because as you see, the pipe kind of comes up at a 45 and then ties into the existing main. So this one probably took about an hour or so for them to complete, but that's still pretty fast for a tie-in. Next slide, please. And this is on the east side of Tonkawa. This probably took them 30, 40 minutes to complete. So they were done with all 3 tie-ins in 2.5 hours. And we pressure tested, everything passed. So yeah, they pretty much set a record in my opinion. No errors, no miscues, no main breaks, no busted valves, no anything. So everything went pretty smooth. And me and Steven went to them afterwards and we thanked them, like, we really appreciate, you getting this done in this time frame, and, thank you, And they were appreciative of that. They kind of started smiling. But Steven wanted to buy him a beer, but we couldn't do it on duty. But yeah, everything went smooth with that one. So another part that we didn't show a slide of, they actually did the main removal. So the existing main, they actually took that out of the ground. So all Tonkawa Pass, that area is complete. So they shouldn't be in that area anymore. So next step is to move to Bat Cave. We need to extend casing across 2252 and also at Bat Cave and do an adjustment. So that's going to be what they're concentrating on the next couple of weeks. As far as the schedule, we still may be on schedule. It may slip a little bit due to the rock. As you can see, there's just solid rock out there, and that's really slowing them down a lot. But we're staying on top of them. They're getting things done. They're getting it knocked out. Very little conflict, very little, back and forth with the contractor. They're doing exactly what we're asking them to do. So that's a positive.
That's great, Sam. Thank you so much. And it looks like with the rest of the road construction, they're setting all up with the barriers and everything. They're getting ready to start rocking and rolling as soon as we finish these projects, right?
Yeah, so I believe they're going to start this month towards Evans and work back towards 3009.
That's great. Anxious to keep going, get it done. Thanks, Sam. Council, anything for our engineer, Sam Johnson? Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's great to see you.
Great seeing you.
All right, so that completes item number 7. We're on to item number 8, City Commission and Committee reports, recommendations, possible actions. 8A, Planning and Zoning. Actually, Nancy's going to have a quick update for us with P&Z.
Planning and Zoning met in December, and at that meeting, the city attorney conducted a training session for Planning and Zoning on their duties and responsibilities on the commission. I think it was very successful, and it was good training since we have so many new commissioners on that commission. And that was it.
Thank you, Nancy. On to item number 8B, Water Commission. They did not meet in December, so there's no report at this time. And then on to the Parks Committee. And even though Rod Chamberlain's in the audience tonight, Nancy has the quick update for us. Nancy.
The Parks Committee was busy in, after the light up, getting things situated and packed away. They did not have really anything to report to council. However, Mr. Chamberlain is here if council has any questions of Mr. Chamberlain.
Council, anything for Rod? Other than, hey, great job again. Once again, you guys knocked it out of the park for the tree lighting ceremony, as always. So, great job. Thank you. And I see Dr. Jim back there, too. Great job. Okay, nothing else, council? Thank you, Nancy. Moving on to item number 9, approvals and authorizations. The following items are for discussion, consideration, and action. 9A, lease agreement between the City of Garden Ridge and the Garden Ridge Lions Club. This is an annual thing that we do. Nancy, you have the floor.
The Lions Club has been leasing a small area in the old Public Works facility off Schoenthal Road since 2020. They store their supplies for their fish fry and auction and other events that they do. The lease is $1 per year for a 3-year period, and they have asked to be able to renew that lease for 24, 25, and 26. The lease agreement has been reviewed by our city attorney, and we have updated it and bringing it forward to council for your consideration.
Thanks, Nancy. Nancy, Charlie, anything to add? Okay, great. Council, I'm all in favor of this. So we have a great relationship with the Lions Club. Anybody want to say anything other than, let's go? Okay. If nobody has anything to discuss, can I get a motion to approve the lease agreement? Todd?
Move to approve the lease agreement with the Garden Ridge Lions Club.
We have a motion to approve the lease agreement between the City of Garden Ridge and the Garden Ridge Lions Club. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Call it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. Thank you, council. Thank you, Lions Club. On to item number 10, update city council projects. 10A1, mitigation of growth and encroachment impacts on Garden Ridge. Lisa, this is you and I. What do you have this month?
Well, we've got an update on Guadalupe Ready Mix. So a reporter contacted Nancy on the 19th and wanted a comment on Guadalupe Ready Mix, new proposed location. So they have proposed a location, it's almost right at the, where would you describe that as? Right as the turn, see, there's some
So
confusion.
you're coming off of I-35 down to hit 2252, and you want to go to Garden Ridge. Before you hit the quarry, you go left. It's that property with all the concrete barriers on your left. If that
No.
makes, yeah, that's where it is.
No, you're talking, see, there's confusion here about where exactly this proposed plant
Okay.
is going to be.
Then unconfuse us.
Right, well, Nancy, maybe she can help unconfuse us. I'm not sure that I am unconfused after several conversations with TCEQ. So Nancy, do you want to?
Sure. As you go down 2252, as you're making the curve onto 482, it appears that the property would be right to your left as you're getting ready to make that curve. However, the property is located in Schertz ETJ. It's that little keyhole that, do we have a map? No.
I can tell you the address just for grins. It's 20901 FM 2252. And when you look that up, you can see that it is in the city of Schertz. Now, their actual application for an air quality permit lists Garden Ridge. So I have been on the phone with TCEQ a couple of times trying to figure out what exact location they are talking about, because they also have another location as 10 FM 2252, is what they've got advertised on their website. Unclear if whether that is their officing building versus batch plant. So what I have asked is that they reopen the comment period, because Nancy found out on the 19th, comment period closed on December 21st. And once again, also on their application, they noted where they posted their public notice, a couple of TCEQ places, as well as the Garden Ridge Library. There was nothing posted in the Garden Ridge Library. We checked with with Linda. So again, we're back to these notification issues. It is in the Schertz ETJ, which limits, what any of us, in Garden Ridge or in Schertz can do other than, express our feelings about another batch plant close to the schools and,
So it's right, I misspoke.
Brown.
42, it's right there. Yeah, right there, that's it. Yeah.
No, where the little gray dot is, it's Techstar Mobile Concrete. It would be that property up there.
It is. Across the
No.
street is Tricon.
Nope.
It's not Hanson. That property is owned by Techstar. Yep. Oh, listen. It's 20901.
It pops up on that little, right there.
But when you look at it, in other places, it shows up somewhere differently. If you look at the Techstar, if you look at the address of Techstar Mobile Concrete, again, back to square one. This is the whole issue, right? This is why I'm in conversations with TCEQ saying, listen, I don't even understand where this is proposed. They've got a different address on their website saying they've got a new plant coming to Garden Ridge at 10 FM 2252. They've got an application that says Garden Ridge, when it's in the Schertz ETJ. So waiting on clarification for that. Like I said, I submitted spoke with them twice. They're supposed to get back with me. Again, this was happening all over the holiday period, so communication got a little delayed there. And I also formally submitted a comment asking that the public comment period be reopened, so people had a chance. Well, they didn't post. Right, they did not post it at the library. We know that, right? They said they did, but they're not even supposed to be posting in Garden Ridge, so.
So let's do this. So there's obviously some confusion on exactly where it is and how the TCEQ permitting process is going, which is no surprise to us based on our experience a year ago through last April and then through the summer with this. So Nancy and I were contacted by the San Antonio Express News on the 19th of December. Lisa's been contacted by them as well. We have not made any kind of comments as we research this issue. I will tell you that I talked to LB, the regional manager for Heidelberg. It's not Heidelberg property. So, and when we had our meeting back in July, in my office, myself, LB, and Nancy, he brought up, hey, what would you think about, and we talked about this at a future council meeting, what do you think about if we had it on our property in Garden Ridge further up 2252, actually 482 at that point? What would you think about that? And both Nancy and I said, well, we would be against it. No, nothing changes. It's just another few hundred yards down from where you had proposed it before. In my conversation with LB, he said he honored that and went back to Guadalupe Ready Mix and said, we're not interested on our property. So he has no reason to lie to me, and I have no reason to think that he would. So we are researching this. Lisa is every single day getting into the the depths of TCEQ, which is a quagmire, we know. And we have feedback that we want to give to Senator Donna Campbell's office. We're going to get Comal ISD involved, and we'll bring it up at NEP, at our NEP mayor's meeting later on this month. So it's in Schertz, what we are 99% sure of, it's in Schertz ETJ. So.
Right, any of the locations that show
Yeah.
up are Schertz ETJ. It just-
On the Guadalupe Ready Mix webpage, that's where they show the current location, that intersection. It's all they,
So,
so
yeah.
And they
right there in
call
the middle.
it 10 FM 2252.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a Techstar address.
So.
And this is 20901, yeah, I mean, it's.
Right, yeah.
TCEQ was confused as well, so.
Yeah, it pulls up the Garden Ridge on the CAD.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're researching it. We are involved with it daily, and more to follow on this. So, anything else, Lise, on that? Anything else with item number 1?
No.
Okay.
Thanks for the update.
Moving on to 10A2, Economic Development Council Liaison to Tri-County, Kay and Kelly. Kay, anything to add?
Just, Kelly may have information on the mixers and so on, but we're moving back to our regular monthly luncheons. The next one will be at Hilton in Live Oak this coming Tuesday. And we obviously encourage more council people to attend. As you know, we had it 3 consecutive months here in Garden Ridge. Kelly?
Kelly, updates?
Yes. Okay, so January 25th is the mixer at 1908 House of Wine in Cibolo. Hopefully you guys can make it out. Our first event of the year for Tri-County will be February 16th at Blue Bonnet Palace. It's a casino night, and it's a fundraiser, but I don't know for who. Do you know who it's for, Kay?
No, I'm trying to remember from the sign. I don't recall.
Okay. And then Tri-County partnering up with NEP to organize the Thunderbird VIP tent April 6th and 7th and for the air show. So that was a recent announcement that we're getting the air show back over here, which is awesome. TRICO is also partnering with local Native American nonprofit to organize the Native American Veterans Powwow April 13th and 14th. And I think this is their 3rd or 4th year doing that over there. And Stosh Boyle, the old mayor, is very involved in that. And it's been a huge success over there. And that's all I have.
When's the powwow?
April 13th and 14th.
That air show is a really big deal, so more to follow on that, council, just like we did 2 years ago. We'll make sure you guys are fully in the loop, know where to go, where to park with all of our residents. So, and they are working with the train schedule right there in front of FM 78 and Pat Booker. So, because that was a huge issue 2 years ago. Okay, thanks, guys. Jesse, AAMPO.
Our next meeting is this coming Friday. I haven't had a meeting since we met last, so no updates, really. I haven't seen the agenda yet.
Okay,
I have
awesome.
it, but I haven't looked at it yet.
Thanks. We'll hear all about it
Yep.
in February. On to, you and I are still up for 10A4, water company utilities.
I don't have no further update than what I said earlier,
Yeah.
with the water.
And I totally agree with you that, let's stand by. It's a low, the
Yeah.
next 3 months are low usage months. Let's
It's like we're stay like that.
see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah.
Hopefully we get lots of rain. I'll talk to my buddy.
Okay.
And on to item number 10A5, Comal ISD. Todd, you got any updates? Okay. Dr. John Chapman, the superintendent, will be the guest speaker at NEP on the 11th of January. So, and then we have been invited as council members to their stakeholders luncheon. So stand by for an email that Nancy will forward you guys on that invitation. I got it over the holidays, and that is later on this month. So he's working hard to get out there. All right, that'll complete item number 10. On to item number 11, discussion of future agenda items. Anybody have anything they don't want to discuss tonight but want to discuss in February? I'll start over here. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Todd?
Nope.
Jesse? Please? Kelly? All right. On to item number 12, citizen comment period. We didn't have anybody sign up for the beginning. Anybody want to come up and address the council? Please, sir. You've got 2 minutes. All we ask is that you state your name and then see Marissa afterwards so we can have a log of it.
Tom and Pat Klimas, 9610 Meadow Rule. We've been residents since August of 1994. In one of the early talk with the mayor over at Paul Davis Park sessions, I mentioned about the City of Garden Ridge household hazardous waste disposal. And the last one was in 6th of April, 2019. The mayor said, hey, this sounds like a good deal. I'll look into it. Come to see, it's very expensive to operate. There is a viable alternative up in New Braunfels off Walnut Avenue by their government offices. I tried that a couple of times. It's well-run, it's very efficient, and it's available to all of us. So as long as that one exists, Mr. Mayor, I will not pester you to reinstate it here. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. That's great information. I appreciate that. I remember those conversations. Anybody else? Rod? Welcome. Happy New Year. Floor is yours, sir.
Happy New Year's to everybody. Rod Chamberlain, 8807 Cherokee Path in Garden Ridge. Speaking as the president of the HOA for the Forest of Garden Ridge, Sam and Steve and the whole crew did a great job on Tonkawa Pass. I mean, they did a stellar job with regards to the gas leak out there, notifying the local neighbors and everything on that side. So I just want to say hats off to the stellar work that was done. Thank you.
Thanks, Rod. Awesome. Anyone else? Dr. Miller? Okay. All right, going once, twice. On to item number 13, reports and comments from mayor and city council members on all of the things that we have listed. Okay, I'll start over on our left. Any updates for us?
No, sir.
Okay, Todd?
Don't have anything.
Boy Scouts?
We've been off for Christmas and everything else. It's been
All right.
almost a month since we had a meeting.
Crazy. Jesse? Lise? Kelly?
Of course, of
All right.
course. No. Actually, I just have an update on the casino night. It's in support of Boysville. It's a fundraiser for Boysville that night, so. And we do have a lot of city turnout at that from all the other cities. So if we can if we can get everybody to one event, this would be one that I'd love to get everybody to.
Awesome. Thanks. For me, Families of Garden Ridge, you heard me say earlier, 20 January, that Saturday. Todd, if we can get some Boy Scout help,
I'll see what I can do.
maybe do a little 3009 action too.
See what I can do.
Yes, sir. Okay, thanks. Northeast Partnership, we talked about at luncheons on the 11th. Love to see all you guys there. And then, more importantly, we're hosting the mayor's workshop and dinner here Wednesday, the 24th. So if we're hosting in Garden Ridge, then if you guys want to come and show up and see what it's all about, I highly welcome that and would love to see you here. We are also reaching out, and Nancy knows this. We've reached out to the Guadalupe County mayors. Their mayor's dinner is the same night, and so we're trying to combine those two. So it'll be here in council chambers. It could be a bunch of us. It could be me and Lisa and Nancy. So I think it'll be a bunch of us here, and that'd be fun to show up. And that's all I got. Anybody else, anything else? It's still past 7. Dang it. All right, I'll move on to item number 14, adjournment. There being no further business, the city council regular meeting is adjourned at 7:04 p.m. Happy New Year. Great job. Thanks.
What to do then?